guys, welcome back to the caster's desk here. We are going to get this last game going, the final game of Intel Extreme Masters Singapore. And before everything is done and dusted, it's been a pleasure casting with you.
Caleris, it has been a pleasure casting with you. As you see, here we are together for the first time casting. Follow Caleris on Twitter, Kaelaris.
That was right.
There you go. Anyways, do that. He's a great caster, deserves a lot more followers. It's been a lot of fun. This is the last game, guys. I want to hear big screams as I introduce these players in a second. You see them there. This is a tense moment.
Loading up onto our Hannah here, guys, for game number 5. Let's go in.
Down here in the bottom right, he lost the first 2 games, won the second couple games. Guys, give it up for Grubby.
All right.
And up here in the top left, he's a great Terran player. He's impressed us all today. Give it up for Sting.
So impressive. And don't forget, guys, go and visit facebook.com/IEM. Vote for your sick nerd baller. And we shall be getting, oh, no. Oh,
yes.
Actually.
This, okay, wait. Will this be a 2-gate Zealot or not? I think he's actually going for a quick Stalker. I think he's going to go Zealot Stalker. I think this is what's going to happen. He's going to put on a lot of pressure and utilize his fantastic micro. Thing is, Sting shouldn't have a bunker up for this.
Yeah, that's true.
If Sting doesn't scout really soon, he could get caught off guard. And look at this. He's actually looking like he's going to tech. And based upon the location of that barracks, this is not 2 barracks play. This is going to be into a factory.
And look at this. He's actually gone back with his probe. He's bringing it back once again to make it look like a normal scout. He's making it look like just of any kind of normal scout here. What he could potentially do is move this probe around near that supply depot positioning, try and block it for just a little bit, and try and make it. But that would be too obvious. He throws down the pylon.
Oh, well, he's getting Zealots in here. We're going to see how good Sting's micro is in a moment. Grubby hasn't taken gas. He hasn't added a pylon at home. No Stubborn X score, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a Stalker. And, oh, my God, Sting does see a Zealot. And now it's going to be panic mode. He's going to have to throw up a bunker, probably near his mineral line.
Sting, you can see on the camera a little bit of worry in his face right now. Oh, look at that micro with the SCV, trying to delay it for just a little bit whilst the first Marine gets out. He's going to try and bring it back to the mineral line. He needs to clean this up with SCVs as well. And that bunker there up and running. This is a bit of an interesting opener, I've got to say.
It is an interesting one indeed. How much damage can Grubby actually get done? Because that bunker is going to finish very, very soon here. You know, if he is playing against Command Center first, he might have gotten a free win, but as is, Sting is dealing with this very well.
Yeah, he is. And now these Zealots have to pull back just a little bit. More bunker barracks are being started here for Sting. He's trying to micro where he can, but look at this. Grubby's actually going to go to work on that supply depot. He could supply block his opponent here with now 3 Zealots out in comparison to 3 Marines.
Yeah, you know, right now he does have at home a pylon going up, so he can get into Stalkers pretty soon here, but I feel like this Marine count, it's growing very well. Good repair going down.
Wow.
Nice micro by Sting.
Good God, Sting is actually controlling this so well. He's actually killed off a few workers, though, in the process there. 4 or 5 right now. Yeah. Really nicely done there by Grubby. And actually, Sting is 5 workers down at this point.
Yeah, he's lost 6 workers total now, and another Zealot comes up. Don't think it's going to do too much, and he's going to lose this pylon. So overall, at the end of this rush, we have 14 SCVs to 20 probes.
He's going to lose a pylon. Oh, technically Grubby might end up being supply blocked here as well. He's not started a pylon just yet, so that's going to stifle him a tad. But he's going to keep these Zealots maybe to threaten a little bit. And those Marines, Sting control for all the shortcomings that actually came there, losing those 5 workers, Sting has still controlled that really well.
He controlled it so well. Like, that's all he lost to kill that many Zealots and a pylon. I mean, that's pretty decent. And Grubby's tech is really slow. So we're about to see maybe the weirdest game ever if Grubby plays this out just right. Because he knows that there's a gas. He knows the second racks got started. Grubby has to throw down his second gas, and he needs to tech. So we're going to see 1 base Protoss go up against 1 base Terran. We're going to play it like we're in the beta, Caleris.
Why not? At the very end of the tournament, let's hark back to the early days of StarCraft 2. But technically, he will end up losing another pylon as well, right? So he needs to make allowances for that. He needs to, because, you know, this gateway and pylon is very unlikely to stay alive for a good portion of time.
That is right. Now, what does Grubby go for here? Robo? Does he go the safe Robo route? Does he do something a little bit more risky, like a Stargate or a Twilight? I feel like he's going to go for the Robo, and I feel like that's going to be the right choice.
I don't know, man. I'm shaking. Like, this is just putting me too much on edge right now. Hold position here on the Zealots, as right now the Stalkers will be able to just poke away. Not really killing any of those Marines, though, so right now switching it out, and those Banshees are going to be on the way pretty soon.
Oh my god, Grubby's actually making a Nexus. I'm getting a little bit nervous for him because I feel like we're going to see a 1-1-1 follow-up likely. And in fact, the SCV is pretty much scouted. Let me see and make sure. All right, he hasn't seen, no, he hasn't actually scouted, but he didn't see any tech in there. So Sting, he'll figure it out pretty soon here. And with Cloak on the way, Grubby's only made 2 more gates. He needs a Robo.
Yeah, he so needs a Robo. It's going to be so difficult to hold that. There we go. There's the Robo facility on the way, along with more sentries to actually try and deal with this here as well. And Sting is just not really caring too much about this gateway, apparently. He's on the way to kill it now, finally. So that's all right.
Clear everything out and then go take it out. A good choice. But Grubby's going to be kind of hard-pressed to hold on to this correctly. There's a lot of Marines out. And in fact, he is getting a tech lab on his factory. So he's going to go for Siege Tank Marine Banshee. And that push is really hard to stop under normal circumstances. But Grubby's tech is really late. And he's gotten up a Nexus. So this is going to be even harder than normal.
Yep, it looks like that Cloak's finishing up in just a second here. Stalker's now on the way as well. Grubby, meanwhile, currently on 29 probes to 25 SCVs. Now, does Sting bring SCVs with this? Does he bring a lot? What does he do?
He brings SCVs. Not all of them, but a good chunk. He's going to need a little bit of buffering, and you know, there's not going to be any Colossus out or anything like that. Grubby's going to be fighting with gateway units and possibly a few Immortals.
Looks like the Stalker now going to town on these Stalkers. This Banshee even going to town on the Stalkers. And
good hold by Grubby right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't too much damage. That was actually pretty darn well done. But the problem is he's going to have to get at least 1 more Observer. Now, he needs to be making a ton of units right now. His probe count, 32. It's reasonable. He really wants a little bit more so he can have 4 gates producing and his Robo producing.
There's so many Marines on the way at any given time. He's up to 27 Marines, Artosis, with a Siege Tank and Banshees to follow it up as well.
Yeah.
I actually think that this is going to be so hard for Grubby to actually hold.
Grubby is going up to Colossus Tech, which I love to see, but he needs to take an additional gas at his expansion now. Minerals no longer matter. He will lose his natural expansion. When you go for Colossus Tech in this type of situation, they attack you, you can't hold that because you have to get enough Colossi out and or range out. So I wish he would get a little bit extra gas, but it looks like he just doesn't have time here.
It's the 10:30 mark, and I'm actually under the impression he doesn't even know it's on the way. He knows Banshees are there.
He has no scouting.
He has no scouting. He doesn't know that this is on the way at all. It's at the close watchtower right now to Grubby, and all he has is a few units at the front here to try and deal with this. I don't think there's enough.
He does not have enough to deal with this right now. I mean, he's going to be able to force field off the big ramp to the expansion for a little bit if he wants, but I feel like just 1,000,000,000% that Nexus should be going down, and then it's going to turn into like an insane micro battle.
Here come the SCVs, guys. It looks like they're on the way as well. Right now, Grubby needs to hold this ramp. Sting is on the verge here of breaking Grubby with a very, very deadly push. And if this works out for Sting, then that is it. He will be crowned the champion.
Oh my god, this is getting really close. He's waited a long time, so we are going to see this Colossi come out. Nice force fields going down, but 1 Colossi. Don't know if that'll be enough.
Yeah, and he can't even really poke at it. Oh, one of the sentries. Both the sentries now holding off for just a little bit longer. There's not that many units out here for Grubby. Those 3 Banshees that alone are causing so much problems here for Grubby right now. And this is just going to get way too tense.
Grubby has a lot of Zealots on the outside. It looks like he wants to go for a flank. He's going up his ramp right now. I think he's realized that This is a hard situation, and that Nexus will go down as expected. The Zealots coming around for the Siege Tanks, though, and down the ramp Grubby goes. Can Grubby break through all of his probes being pulled?
He breaks one Siege Tank. The Colossus extends it a little bit further, and actually it's going to go down to all the Marines, but actually there's just too many Marines here. He pushes Grubby back. He's almost doubling his opponent's supply right now, 85 to 48. There's another Colossus on the way, and with that one Siege Tank gone, it's all right here, but still there's so much here for Sting.
There is, but he has another Colossus just about to pop out. Can he break through here? The Immortal trying to go for the Siege Tank, targeted down by the Marines. Beautifully done there by Sting. And Sting just has way more supply right now. How does Grubby actually push through? He can't lose any more Stalkers because there are 5 Banshees.
Yeah, even if he needs to kill those Banshees, it's so hard for him. Yeah, the Marines are annoying. Yeah, the Siege Tanks are annoying, but the Banshees are dealing so much damage as well. Cloak's running out on a few of them right now, so those Observers are going to become a little bit redundant later on, but look how much damage he's doing. He's killing off so much of the infrastructure. This is all Grubby's going to have left. This has to be one of the final pushes here for Grubby very soon.
That is right. Can he do it? His micro's been exquisite, but it looks like everything is going to die, and we're about to crown our champion. GG!
Ladies and gentlemen, Western Wolves Sting in his first tournament representing his brand new team is the victor and the champion of the Intel Extreme Masters Singapore. Going over to give his opponent a hug, and that is that. Sting takes it for Terran.
Putting his shoes back on, it looks like, trying to be comfortable while he plays. Guys, why don't you go ahead and give it up for Sting? Wow. Absolutely intense finals there. Grubby showing so much fortitude, bringing it to that final game, but Sting, he was not shaken.
No.
He held that rush perfectly. He followed up with a rush of his own, and it was enough.
It worked, man. Despite actually killing off those 6 SCVs at the very beginning, that was so impressively done by Sting. And just throughout the entire tournament, Sting has shown me a class of play that I have never seen from him before. He was looking so formidable here, and what a pickup for Western Wolves.
Indeed it is. They have to be so happy right now. And you know what? A lot of people were saying, wow, there's not many Terrans in this tournament, but a Terran ended up winning it. He came out of the open bracket, went through everyone. A lot of people that we thought might win, like Lucifron, like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Vortex. I mean,
yeah, any Terran that we expected to win, I think Sting wasn't necessarily the top where everyone was thinking Lucifron, right?
Yeah.
If a Terran was going to win, it was going to be Lucifron. But Sting here proving all of us wrong, and also, you know, pretty good performance by Grubby. Let's be honest.
That's seriously, he made his first finals of a huge tournament. You know, of course, winning some smaller ones, but he'll be back. One day he will be able to take down one of these majors. We've seen it in him this weekend, and it was pretty great.
So, I believe in just a little bit, guys, we'll be sending it over to the stage. But for now, Artosis, I mean, once again, it's been a pleasure casting alongside you. It's been a pleasure casting in Singapore, and it's been a pleasure casting this tournament itself. We had an interesting lineup to begin with.
Yeah, it has been a fantastic tournament. Guys, if you missed a lot of the earlier rounds, go back and check some of them out, because there have been amazing games all weekend long. There have been so many best of fives that went all the way to the final game like we just saw.
It was pretty darn crazy indeed. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it from us here from the caster's desk in just a little bit. You should definitely go follow this man at Artosis. If you're not already, you're crazy anyway, as he is best caster in the world.
Oh, you. Bet you tell that to all the co-casters. All right, well, guys, make sure that, of course, you check out the Intel Extreme Masters social media. We're going to have more Intel Extreme Masters tournaments, you know, in the next few months, I'm sure.
Yep.
I don't think anything's been announced yet, but, I mean, this is one of the oldest and most celebrated esports tournaments that we still have around.
We do have Poland, Katowice, in 2013, actually. But
excellent.
Yeah. So that is going to be pretty darn cool in a pretty cool stadium as well. I've seen pictures of it. It's really awesome.
Sure.
And the Polish fans are just as passionate as our Singaporean fans out there.
Are they really? That's really passionate, because you guys, I've met so many of you. You've all been so amazingly sweet and kind. Keep loving StarCraft. And I hope that we can come back here again. But, guys, that's it for us. Time to throw it to the stage. Guys, take it away.